more on deck. But right now, give it up for Ewan. Ooh.
Say hello to my little friend.
That's nice.
Let me take a hit of this really quick. Any little things. Have you seen this thing? No. Happy Halloween. Boom! Okay, let me tell you whatever a joke. This is the legend of the Voodoo Dick. A long time ago, there was this guy, successful businessman. He was far away on a trip, like in a very exotic place. And he finds this magical antique shop, right? And then the number one item in this magical antique shop is the Voodoo Dick, right? And then, because he kind of knows about it, so that's why he's there. And then he's like, come on, I'll buy this for like $1 million, right? And the guy's like, all right, fine. So he sold it to him. He takes it home, right? And he goes to show his wife. And she's like, what is this? And he's like, watch. Voodoo Dick, dog's ass, right? And so Voodoo Dick jumps out and starts fucking the dog's ass, right? She's like, what the hell? And he's like, yeah, Voodoo Dick's the box, right? And so pops out of the dog's ass, jumps back in the box, right? And he's like, yeah, you can use this like whenever you're like lonely or whatever, if I'm on one of my business trips or whatever. And she's like, I'm not gonna use that, right? It's gross, right? He's like, all right, whatever, happy anniversary, here you go. Anyway, a couple months pass by and then he goes on another business trip, right? This time a long one, right? And then so after a couple months, she gets kind of lonely, right? And then she's like, that Voodoo Dick, right? And then she goes, okay, Voodoo Dick, my vagina, right? And pops out and starts going to work, right? And then she's like, oh, wow, it works pretty good, right? But then she forgets how to turn it off, right? And then so later she has to go to work and shit. And so she just like puts her clothes on over and shit. And she's at work and she's like, and then her boss like, what's going on? She's like, oh, nothing, it's fine. And he's like, no, there's something wrong with you, I can tell. And she's like, no, everything's fine, it's fine. He's like, no, you better tell me or you're gonna get fired, right? And she's like, all right, and she's explained to him, and she's like, it's called the Voodoo Dick, right? He's like, what? Voodoo Dick my ass. Yeah, that's the Voodoo Dick. Yes, that's good, whatever. I just want to do that one. All right, I'll start over. Yeah, my name's Danny Honda. I'm LA native. I grew up mostly around Pasadena, but I'd come to LA, on the weekends to help out my parents and my uncles and shit. I was like, you ever walk into a liquor store and you see some kid in the back doing homework or whatever? That was me, And, yeah, I'd always have to like translate for my parents and stuff. That's kind of weird, right? Because like they're the parents, right? And I'd be like, hey mom, this policeman says he's gonna give you a ticket for going too slow on the freeway. Yeah, he says you gotta go faster than 35. Yeah, I was in the army for a while, It was pretty cool being in the army, like, kind of weird though, being the only Asian guy, right? Every day people were just looking at me like, are we supposed to shoot this person? It was kind of cool, you get some good benefits being in the army, but probably the best benefit is, the ability to give old men hard-ons. Yeah, old men, they love hearing army stories, It doesn't matter what race they are. Like if I meet some old man at a park and I start telling army stories, he'll come all over me. Yeah, I was talking to this guy the other day. Oh yeah, your parents ever hit you and stuff, growing up? So I'm a little older. My parents used to beat the shit out of me, And the way, like my mom, she would get a coat hanger and make me stick my hands out and shit and fucking hit my hands and shit. Yeah, I was like, what the hell kind of Japanese concentration camp shit is this? And why you gotta be so Asian all the time? Like, what next? You gonna give me a fucking algebra test and shit? And make me carry bottles or buckets of water up the hill or whatever? Alright, I'll do this one. Okay, 1 more minute. Yeah, Asians, we love Jews, All of us. We're like, Sensei, please teach us. But I know Jewish people don't like us too much, I think I know why. It's because of our eyes. Because if you look, like, my eyes, it's not that they were slanted or small. It's that Asian people have like an extra layer of skin over our eyelids. It's basically a foreskin, right? And you know how Jews feel about foreskin. Okay, last one, I'm gonna try this one. Yeah, some people go overboard with the salt, like salting their food and shit. The other day I made my buddy breakfast, and like before even tasting it, he just started pouring salt all over and shit. I was like, dude, I think those pancakes are salty enough. All right, I'm Iwanu, and I'm out of here. Thank you.